Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Mondays with Mardos. I'm Gerard, and this week we're going to review my favorite Connecticut cigar. But before I get going, I need you to click on that subscribe button, click on the bell to be notified every single week of new episodes on Mondays with Mardos. All right, thanks for staying tuned. I am going to review my favorite Connecticut cigar. It is obviously a Jake White Cigar Company product. Yes, this is something that we produce. It is something that we created, and that is the reason why we created it, because I wanted my favorite type of Connecticut cigar to be made, and here we are. This is the Robusto. This is called the Appendix 2. It is an Ecuadorian Connecticut Olor binder. The fillers are all from the Dominican Republic, and the reason why I like this cigar so much is because Connecticut inherently has a lot of bite to it, and it could be very herbal, green, grassy flavors if you don't cure it right, or if you don't age it well enough, and if you don't blend it right. So I've already pre-cut this cigar for the sake of the video, so we're going to go into the first third, a second third, and we're going to go into the last third, and I'm going to tell you guys what kind of hints and notes I notice, and it is really my favorite. So right off the bat, I taste a lot of cream. It's super toasty, but it's a very, very balanced toast. And when I say toasty, I'm talking about the char that you get on a toast. You know, when you throw your slice of bread in the toaster and you get that little bit of black burn, you put some butter on it and you take that first bite, you get the flavor of the bread, you get a little bit of flavor of the toast, you get a little flavor of the char and the butter in there. It has that like that sweet salt flavoring going on. That's exactly what I experienced when I take my first few puffs of the Jake White Appendix 2. The draw is flawless. As you can see, it produces a very good amount of smoke. I'm gonna wave my hand so therefore we can clear it out for the lens of the camera. But yeah, the first third, it doesn't have a very sting to it. It does not have that grassy herbal bite that is inherent in a Connecticut. It's been very, very well muted, and then we're getting that sweetness of the Connecticut. And truly, that is exactly why we went to work and we wanted to start creating our own brand of Jake White, is because this is what we wanted to make. So when it came to the Connecticut, this is the epitome of what I find should it taste like. So good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the video now, and I'm gonna smoke this until we get to the second third, and we're gonna go see how this thing is developing. So we are well into the second third, pretty deep into the second third. One of the things I'm noticing is the cigar is not getting any soft spot. Even though there's heat being transferred through the smoke, it's still pretty solid. I love that feel when I have it in my finger. So that's one good thing about the construction, and the flavors are still there. The burn's getting a little bit hotter, but it's coupled with that creaminess essence there, the butter, silky smooth. This cigar hasn't even made me want to take a sip of water. As you can see, I don't have anything to drink. The burn is pretty consistent. It's not razor sharp, which I don't expect it to be. I've never had a razor sharp burn on any cigar in my life. It does take a little bit more to pull on it. I believe it's because the smoke is definitely, you know, the condensation within the cigar from the smoke makes it a little bit more moist, so therefore it doesn't combust as easy when you first light the cigar, but it's still pulling pretty good, and the flavors are still yeah, the retro, definitely you can taste that little bit of grassiness in the Connecticut, but again, it's been muted most I've ever tasted in a Connecticut. The only time I've noticed something of this caliber in a Connecticut would be something like of the higher end product that's gonna be $25 to $30, $35 a stick. I'm not kidding. If you've never tried this, it's definitely a box worthy cigar. So let's hang in there with this video. I'm gonna get into the last third of it and see what is going to be in my review. I'm pretty sure you're already guessing it. I'm gonna be in love with this cigar. We created it. All right, so we are pretty much in the last third of the cigar. We're down to the nub. This thing is still burning pretty darn good, and it's gotten a little bit heated, obviously, because we're so far down, but again, it just goes to show how much I'm enjoying the cigar, being able to smoke it down so far. Also, another thing, if you guys never noticed, there's the ornate accents on the Jake White cigars. Jake White cigars always takes, in the gourmet collection, it always takes 2 extra days to make, because once the cigar is traditionally finished, we go ahead and take them out of the aging room. We put these stripes on the cap and the foot of the cigar, and then we put the dots the day after, and so therefore it always takes 2 days. This retails for $10.50. I don't know the product number by heart, but it's called the Appendix 2, Roman numeral number 2, Appendix 2 by Jake White Cigars. Available in Gordo 6x60, Toro 6x54, and then the Bellicoso is a 6x52, one of my favorite sizes. The Robusto is banging at 5x50. A Corona is going to be, I believe, 5.5 by 46. And that is my review on this, you guys. Let me know if you golly, that's so good. Let me know in the comments if you ever tried the Appendix 2 and what is your take on it. Other than that, I will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and remember to tell your friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you guys.